So we'll scroll down and we're gonna go to the phase 1 of 2003 SolidWorks Mania part. Okay, phase 1. Okay, let's see this. Oh, let me zoom out just a bit, and we got phase 1 here. Okay, let's check this out. So they gave us a section view 8A, which is this here, and it looks like a kind of socket joint for like a ball joint. So they give us specifications on the countersink screws here. 6.6, 11, down 6, standard counterbore for 6mm socket head cap screws. So it's safe to say just to use a 6mm socket head cap screws in the whole wizard. Then there's 2 more on the base here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a revolve. I'm gonna create a revolve with this piece here, and then the ball joint in the back, and then but the actual cutout I'm gonna do later on, so we capture the rib here and cut it through. Let's do that. So the through is gonna be R20 with a 25. They double dipped on the dimensions here, so 25 diameter. And then what's the outside diameter? It looks like 70 here. So 70 for that ball joint, and then the center of the ball joint on the so it goes center on the origin, but does it go in and out? I'm thinking it doesn't matter really. I think we could just make that to the face here. So let's go to SolidWorks. Start a new part, standard part, base part. Let's go to our right, and we're gonna do the center line. We're gonna do a rectangle first. Make sure this is tied down to the origin. Give that the 25 through hole, and then the radius from here to here is gonna be 20. That looks odd, but that's the dimensions they gave us. And then here to this dot is gonna be the 50. And then what we're going to do here is I'm going to take a 3-point arc. Just put it around here. And trim off this piece. Make those line up. And then put this on the center line. And make sure this is to the very edge here. And then this diameter was 70. Cool. Let's revolve that puppy. Press OK. Just because I'm so excited about it. I'm gonna do the revolved right now. Actually, not on this place, not on this plane. I'm gonna do it on the top plane instead. Let me see, right there. Offset 4. Press enter. Do another center line. I'm going to finish up this touching that center line. I'll make an L shape here for a regular line. And then I'm going to do the revolved cut. There we go. Click save. I'm going to call this Mania 2003. Press OK. Scroll this up real quick. Save again. So I'm going to leave that revolved cut for later on. And let's do this this base here. So I'm gonna draw 2 circles. We'll draw a center line between them. I'm gonna grab that center line, make a midpoint here. Grab the circles, I'll make them tangent to the edge. Make sure they're equal to each other. Equal. I'm gonna convert any of these to this large cylinder. Grab a line, point, make sure this is the tangent version of it. There we go, tangent. Grab the point here, make sure this is a tangent. There we go, tangent. And then mirror both of these over. And then let's go to town with the trim. And then make sure all the tangencies are there. And then this radius. There we go. I'm gonna put a center line here. There we go. Ties it all in. Let's convert entities as center circle. Extrude boss. Up to body. Merge result. Press OK. Click save. So now we're going to go grab that whole wizard. And I have it M8. I think this is from the last video, M8. So I'm going to change this to M6. The positions of these. Center to these. And then we're going to make sure that the dimensions are what it's on the drawing. So we're going to go to evaluate, measure. So we're going to check this. The counter bore is going to be 11 diameter. And then a depth of 6. Cool. And then go back here. Socket head cap screw through all. Perfect. So I'm going to go from this face. Convert entities here. I'm going to create a rectangle here. Align. Press. Sorry. I'm going to do a tangent arc here. Tangent. And make sure this is an offset of 10. I'm actually going to not need this part of it. I could delete that as well. Bring this line all the way through. This one's 50. Here is 3. This dimension from the edge of the flange to here. So 110. And then 50. Oh, for some reason the vertical constraint got mixed up here. Okay, that's fine. And then what I'm actually going to do here is that I'm going to move the counter bore below this and just hide it for now. And then go back to my sketch and convert entities as whole again. And then just bring up this line perpendicular to that and just trim off the excess. There we go. Then extrude boss. I'm going to go up to surface to here. Merge entities. Perfect. Press save real quick. So I'm going to go from this face. Press sketch. I'm just going to go from here. It makes it a little bit easier. Convert entities to this line. This line. This line. There you go. Convert entities, both of those. Bring this up. Then bring this over. Convert entities, that as well. I wonder if I could go all the way up here. There we go. I could go all the way up there without any issues. And just go up all the way to this hole. And then I believe this dimension was 40. No, yes, 40. Okay, cool. And then it's going to be an extrusion of 10. Not up the surface, just a regular blind. Make sure everything is merge results. And then cool. And then cool trick is that if you want to copy the settings of a whole wizard, you can just go to whole wizard and click the last whole settings, just double click it, edit feature, and it'll copy it. So next time you go to a whole wizard, it'll be set to those settings already. Cool little trick. If you have like multiple holes, just go to a previous hole you designed up and just copy those settings and then just redo that hole somewhere else. Here. So this whole wizard is actually go on this base plate. One's further down, one's further up. And the center to one hole. So I can put 75 here. And then everything else is going to be 20, 20, 20, 20. So, smart dimension to this wall. It's going to be 20. This point to this point is going to be 20. This point to this point, 20. Is that constrained all of it? Yep. It's all constrained. So now those are done there. It has all the socket head cap screw counterbores. And now we can do the revolve. Let's save it. I'm going to change the color to the entire thing. In appearance, believe what's the color on their website, which is going to be that yellow color. And then I'm going to do the radiuses. Oh, forgot one of the large radiuses. I'm going to do this one at 20. It's going to be on this edge right here. Oops. This edge right there, which is this radius here, 20. Now we could do all the radiuses. So 3. Grab all the edges. Oops. Clicking wrong things now. Is it this one as well? I think it is. Yes, it's that one as well. And the one below it as well here on this face, and then the top base of the surface, as well as I'm not gonna click that one, just click the edge. There we go. And I'm gonna color these just like how they have them colored. To the fillet, I'm gonna give it that blue color. Nice. There we go, that's our part. So let's check out base 2. Let me see. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 dimensional changes. 30 degrees, 120, 85, 10. And then the reference of 50 they kept here. That 10 there, did they change the side of the wall? Oh, they did change the side of the wall. And it looks like they filled this in here. Okay, let's first do all the dimension changes. So 10, 85, 30, 120. So we could go up to our first boss extrude. Oh, actually, before we do all that, let's go to configurations, change this configuration name. We're going to call this one phase 1. And we're going to add a configuration. We're going to call this one phase 2. And this is where we're going to actually do all our changes. In phase 2, I'm going to go edit sketch, double click this one, make sure it's this configuration, change it to 30. Press OK. That's the first one. Now we're going to do this base dimension. I'm not going to edit the sketch. I'm just double click the number, do this configuration, and put at 120. And then I believe it's from the hole to the center. Double click the number, this configuration, 85. And then this one right here, I'm actually going to have to go in here and change the sketch because it's tied to this wall. And since it moves the other side, it's going to want to move with it as well. Oh, that's the first kind of thing. There we go. So I'm going to grab this 20, delete, grab the point again, and the bottom base, since this doesn't change, and make this one 20. And then let's exit the sketch. And now I could go in here, double click the number, this configuration, and set it to 10. Now Control Q. And then you should see a difference between the two. So phase 1 and then phase 2. Click save. Part looks good. Oh, just a reminder, you guys are I'm gonna give out these files for absolutely free, so you guys compare it against your own models that you're creating, and you know, you guys can see all my dimensions, my entire feature tree, and the 2 configurations that I do. to compare against yours. I'll put the link in the description. Almost forgot. Now, how are we gonna move this wall? First, I'm just gonna hide those for now. I don't really need to look at them. The revolved and the counterbores could go away as well for now. Let's hit save. This is just a bare model, and I want to move this wall to this side, and they have an extra thing here of blend tangent edges. So it just go all the way up. Now it looks like it goes from the straight down. So let's go to this sketch. I'm gonna hit Control A to reverse the normal. I'm gonna hit convert entities here, tangent arc. Go down up to here, and then tangent. And make sure that's a very large tangent. I wonder if how I would fill this. I'll worry about that after. We'll make this for construction. Make this perpendicular to the construction line. Convert entities here and just trim that bit off. They keep it? Yes. And I'm going to do a similar trick as I did in another part. I'm going to go to edit feature. And right here, we're going to hit this configuration. And we're going to hit that extra 2 regions. And press OK. And just make sure that worked for both of them. Let me go back to here, make sure that works. I'm going to go to this configuration. That's correct. And then delete those 2 regions that didn't work out so well. Or that's not in this phase. So phase 2, phase 1, there we go. Hit save. So now we got the phases in 2 different sketch regions. And now we're going to move this wall to this. Ooh, this is phase 1 still. It's got a phase 2. We're going to move this wall to this side. So we're going to do a edit feature. And we're going to change from sketch plane to surface face plane. And we're going to select this plane and reverse the direction of the extrusion. And let's see what happens here. Perfect. That looks exactly to what I wanted. And let's go to phase 1. Awesome. Okay, it kept it. So the configurations kept that memory. Let's press save. And now I'm looking at their 3D model and they want to fill this area. So add material between sphere and rib. So we're going to sketch on this side of the face. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert entities this surface or this face and this face. And this region between there, we're going to extrude boss. And we're going to keep it like this. We don't need to trim everything up. And we're going to go up to surface. And then it's going to be merge. And it's going to fill in that region. And this shouldn't be in phase 1. Cool. It didn't. It suppressed it. Hit save. Let's go back. Socket head cap screws are good. These socket head cap screws are good. Scroll down. The revolve cut is good. Let me make sure those are good up to that point. Perfect. There should be 10 here. There is an error in geometry. I'll check what that is shortly. Edit sketch. Ah, I see. So I'm going to go and I'm going to show the base flange that we did. And I'm going to reconnect this point to the center of that point. Press OK. Should bring it back. And then our revolve cut actually has an error as well. Let me see. Where is that error at? Display relationships. I see no error in the actual geometries in the feature or the base sketch. Hit Control Q. Interesting. I see no error. Unable to offset. So it says it's unable to offset this wall. Let's just delete it and redo that dimension again. Which is going to be 4. Move it up to that point. And should do that revolve. Okay, so that fixed that. I don't necessarily know what the error was there though. That was unique. Drag down. Hit save. The last error we got is this fillet 2. So we're just gonna add these 2 extra pieces here, or 3. And then it's gonna go around the sphere as well, which I may have to do in a second operation. So if this is fine in this one, which it looks like it is, actually, let me double click it. That came back for some reason. Hit save. I don't know why this came back, but let me remove the 2 regions again. Hit OK. Looks all good there. And then this one, all those radiuses are missing. So I'm gonna press OK. I'm gonna let them delete for now. Go back to phase 1. And I'm gonna leave the common radiuses. Press OK. So basically I'm gonna do 2 more fillets, 1 for each version of this. So this one's gonna be exclusively for the phase 1. Oh, actually click this entire base here and it'll grab all the ones I need. So this is exclusively for phase 1 radiuses. I'm gonna change this color just so I can have that pretty blue. Then if I go to the phase 2, it's gonna require me, or I'm gonna add the other radiuses there. And I think this side is flat. Actually, no, the radius is there all the way around. And on the inside, yes, so I can click that base, grab this edge. I may have to do that in a separate entity. Actually, I'm gonna leave it there like that. I'm gonna have to add 1 more radius to capture this spot. There we go. To my fillet here. Change the color to my fillet. Hit save. And there we go. Let me make sure I could flip between the 2. Rebuild. What did I break this time? Oh, I could suppress this one. This one doesn't need to be there. Okay. With a combination of advanced configurations and the boss extrudes and the suppressing, unsuppressing, the fillets, I was able to get both configurations in one part, phase 1 and 2. And if you guys are interested, I'm going to do the evaluation mass properties. I say compare against the surface area. I mean, against the volume. Sometimes mass could be weird sometimes, but you could do either or. You see here, that's a very large cubic millimeters. And then in phase 2, mass properties, you could compare your part against mine. And also, these parts I'm going to give out to you guys for absolutely free. You guys could go through the trees, switch between different configurations. And if you guys spot an error, let me know. And, you know, I could correct it on the 3D models. And hopefully, we could probably get to the same solution. Or if you guys have any questions, let me know. Or if you guys have any comments or you see any errors, or if you guys think you could do something better here, then, you know, leave it in the comments below and I'll try to get to it. Find an error, I'm going to update the video. I'm going to add in, you know, exactly what I was incorrect on. And, you know, we could get the most updated model like that. So thank you guys. And until next time, peace.